Well, I took my grandkids to Universal Studios. I was telling them in the car all about Marty McFly and Terminator, Jaws, and all the cool rides we were gonna go on. And then we got there. They had a different King Kong, whatever minions are, fast car thing. I don't like when my rides change. The progress is good and all, but not on stuff that I like. First up, Kongfrontation. Based on King Kong at Universal Studios Hollywood tour, a new attraction was planned for the opening of the Orlando park. Fay Ray knew what was up. 2 King Kong animatronics were made at 40 feet high with an arm span of 54 feet. You start on the Roosevelt tram and you see the ravaged streets of New York below. You see, I like that. They made some new King Kong ride based on some Skull Island movie that takes place in a jungle or something. I don't like that. I want to see a giant gorilla destroying a city. People screaming, buildings on fire, wholesome family fun. Sadly, they closed the ride in 2002. It's never coming back. Next up, Jaws the Ride, based on the smash hit by Steven Spielberg. You know, if Alex Kittner listened to his mother, this wouldn't have happened. His fingers were all pruny and he was like, "No, Mom, I don't want to go back in the water." Yeah, poor Chief Brody. Oh, I know, sweetie, I know. I didn't want to go back in the water either. You poor baby. The ride uses tour boats to take passengers through a harbor of Amity Island. But then, da-da, da-da, da-da-da-da, yeah, the shark shows up. Yeah. Wouldn't it be much of a ride if he didn't? And I guess that was a problem. Some days he just wouldn't work. It got so bad they had to do a refurbishment and it reopened in 1993. But constant problems plagued the Great White and it sank for good in 2012. I did a thing there. It sank. The Great Movie Ride. A spectacular journey into the movies. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Na-na-na. It opened in 1989 at Grauman's Chinese Theater at Disney MGM Studios. Yeah, that's what it used to be called for you young people. Animatronics mixed with actors, sets, projections, mixed to recreate scenes from famous movies. You know, when movies were original, fun, exciting, took risks, were memorable. Now we're left with this. Uninspired remakes, really terrible reboots, sequels nobody wanted. We're not in Kansas anymore, Toto. Speaking of killing franchises, I wonder what could be next. T23D, a ride that was better than every Terminator sequel that came after the second movie. A mini sequel of the action movie masterpiece. It combined a fun 3D movie directed by James Cameron. It featured the stars of the franchise and it was mixed with live actors and effects. Opening in 2001, it was a favorite of many people, but sadly it closed for no apparent reason other than progress. What have you done to this franchise? Mr. Toad's Wild Ride debuted at Disneyland in Anaheim in 1955. I think I was like 47. It was based on The Wind and the Willows. You and your party go through the fictional Toad Hall and Mr. Toad's adventures that eventually took the little guy to hell. It's still open, thankfully, in California, but the Orlando ride closed and was replaced by Winnie the Pooh years ago. Like that greedy bear couldn't find any place else to have his ride. It's kind of dark, Disney. Respect. Before I talk about my favorite ride, here are some rides that are gone as well. Some of them for the best. You know, when I was a kid, they just called this one Snow White's Adventures. They had the word scary in there, some kind of disclaimer for overprotective parents. They should bring this one back. These kids today really need to be toughened up. Finally, my favorite, Back to the Future. It should still be in operation today. Based on the hit trilogy by Robert Zemeckis, this ride was nothing like the world had seen up to that point. After the events of Back to the Future 3, Doc Brown returns to Hill Valley and establishes the Institute of Future Technology. In the queue line, we see Biff. You know, you're a butthead Biff, that guy? Imprison Doc, steal the DeLorean, and travel through time. It's up to us to follow him and time bump him back to the Institute before he wreaks havoc on history. The ride was a motion simulator with multiple DeLorean ride vehicles facing a 70-foot screen. After saving Biff when his DeLorean loses power and returning to the present, Doc warns us to hurry and leave so we don't bump into our other selves. Doc. Back in Time by Huey Lewis and the News plays as we leave with smiles on our faces. What a great ride. Sadly, it was shut down in 2007 in the name of Progress, replaced by the vastly inferior Simpsons ride. Doe indeed, Homer. So, riddle me this, Caped Crusaders. How can we bring our old rides back? Well, there's that theme park they're building, the Universal's Epic Universal's Universe. It could make a retro land. I bet you it would sell out. You got Disney's Tomorrowland. It already looks like Yesterdayland. So why not there? Well, I don't have all the answers. Maybe you guys got some suggestions, so comment below. And thank you for watching this video, and if you liked it, hit subscribe. I appreciate it. Catch you on the flip side, guys.